His life was like a dry forest. Once touched gently by the spark of love, it burst into a towering blaze. Within that blaze lay too many unsolved riddles. The sunflowers were an offering, the yellow house, an experiment in utopia. 62 days later, the altar became a battlefield. Some say he mutilated himself. Some say he was stabbed. Some say he chose silence to protect another. Why was his ear delivered into the hands of a prostitute? Where did the gun come from? If you think this is merely the ending of a madman, you have not yet heard the coldest line in the case file. In his dying hours, he repeated, "Don't accuse anyone." The flames were magnificent, yet could not be extinguished, only ended too swiftly before they burned out. This was Vincent van Gogh. What was an artist's commune? Van Gogh's ideal was to build a community belonging to artists, like a monastery, but filled with color and creativity. He called this house the Yellow House and envisioned it as a true artist's commune. He said, "I hope to live with a real artist, to encourage each other, to learn from each other, to live as brothers." To Van Gogh, Gauguin was an artistic leader, more famous, more mature, more rational. In his letters, Van Gogh often referred to Gauguin as master, even writing, "He is the kind of man who can hold fast to his brush in the midst of a storm. I would gladly pave the way for him." So he invited Gauguin to Arles to realize this dream together. From a psychological perspective, it was a classic attachment-idealization relationship, one that would later collapse into rupture. He placed his dream of creating together upon Gauguin, and sunflowers became the emblem of that dream. Van Gogh deeply believed that yellow represents the light of God. He once said, "I want to use yellow to express gratitude, friendship, and hope." Thus, he filled the yellow house with sunflowers, hoping to illuminate his inner darkness with that color. But Gauguin did not admire the paintings.